Hey, I really want to introduce this very special friend and client and student on the journey of transformation, Francoise Rapp from the south of France. And she's with me here today just to share a little bit about her journey, where she started, and what she's created along the journey and working together. So welcome, Francoise.
Thank you. Hello, Amirah.
It's such a delight to connect in this beautiful way. Can you tell us, when we met 17 years ago, what was your life like, and what's it like today as a result of working with my Making Miracles programs?
Well, my life has totally changed. And from being like this French girl in San Diego and going out and drinking and kind of, young lady, I've been taking several times, the programs and doing, the classes and the trainings. And it's really changed my life because now I have this prestigious job. I'm back in Provence, and I'm great relationship, and I'm my little girl. So it really had me to create, everything, I guess I dreamed for and beyond that.
I was so impressed when you shared with me when you first moved to Paris. So you moved to Paris, you had two suitcases, you had little money, and tell us how you use the tools to transform your path.
Well, I used the tools, whatever it's for grounding and clearing and bringing me, more confidence. I moved to Paris, and in fact, I found a job in a prestigious perfumery, Annick Goutal, company in one of very prestigious, district, the fashion district in Paris. And well, it helped me, like I said, arrive at my two suitcases. I didn't know where I was going. And hopefully, I knew I got the tools, and being grounded and being clear of it gave me the strength, to take the phone and call. And I guess, it just guided me, to the right persons, to the right company. And in fact, I stayed 5 years at this company, and I worked internationally for this company
So
after
you
that.
always dreamed of traveling, you started traveling, and
Exactly.
then then what?
Well, then, I had my dream job. I traveled, I was teaching, I was working with a marketing, creating formula. And in my personal life, I met the dad of my daughter, and I had a great relationship.
And then you created a bigger job with
And then
more
I created a
prestige.
bigger job, as long as, I did the class, I go further into what I love, into, you know, I guess that fits me and what I'm ready to take on also. And I work for this prestigious aromatherapy company, in Provence, which is in fact an international group where I'm a marketing and communication manager, for the group.
So all along the way, over the years, you've shared stories about how you manifested a little house in the perfect location, and how you made connections and were invited into the international publications to write monthly articles. And Francoise, I'm so impressed with your growth, with your expansion, with your transformation from the little lady that I knew here in San Diego to where you've come so far. What would you attribute this to?
I would attribute this to the trainings, definitely the trainings, and being consistent with the training and doing, the meditation and, doing the training, and also to you, because I think you are very supportive and helping, through the class, through the trainings. You totally understand and helped, to go through sometimes, the resistance we can face and or the doubts, or, you really, give us like the confidence and the amazing power boost, to go further. And um, it's been really like a tremendous help, to have you as a support, as a mentor, throughout the class, definitely.
I really appreciate that, but I have to say this is that the quantum energy tools that I teach you and I teach everybody that I work with are very specific method to change the frequency of which you draw things into your life. So I give you the tools, Francoise, but you did the work. You were committed to you. You're the one that gets the trophy or the big prize. You know, you're the star on your own stage, and fulfilling what's really deeply buried in your heart. And, you know, you're demonstrating to me what I think everybody wants is they want to be passionate about their work. They want to live the life of their dreams in the location that they most desire. And you're doing it.
Yes. And I think, you know, it's like you need a little bit of patience, of course, but I think it's possible, you know, definitely it's possible. It's possible, you know, if you truly want to be committed to a work and a work that works, and you're consistent. You know, you need to make the choice, but it's possible. Miracles happen, and
every day in every way we're proving
it can
it,
be
right?
for small things. It can be even for parking spots,
Yeah.
to great relationships,
To houses, to jobs, to connections, to
life
publications, to health,
change.
right?
Exactly.
So,
And
or addictions. I know, you know, you were challenged with some addictions, and some people have problems with money, and it's constantly going out. And I know that you had points in your life where you couldn't overcome the money problems or the challenges, and you did. You know,
exactly.
you're now being supported by an international, you know, corporation
Yes.
and developing a
Well,
new
and
brand for them.
I got at the time, I got debts and credits, and well, working with like I said again, working with energy, and to dare to do, it helped me to do certain things and to ask to my brother to help me.
And you never
And
did that before.
I would never have done that.
Right.
I was so proud, and anyway, I could not have thought doing that, and I did. And I did, and it cleared my debt.
Fantastic. So you also
So
created a stronger relationship probably with your brother.
exactly,
Yeah. How
exactly.
fantastic is that? Well, I love, you know, hearing all of these stories that you share. And, you know, I love to share them with people that are considering working with me, because the work is so difficult to explain to people. And you and I
Mhm,
have worked together for 17 years, and you're consistent. You've done the
mhm.
trainings in my mentoring program several times, and you
Yes.
keep getting bigger and bigger miracles. You know, it's so exciting. And, you know, when people go, what, really? No, this stuff really works.
Yeah, it happens. It happens. It happens. And I think, you know, the more you do it and you realize that even you are creating whatever from small things to bigger things in your life, you just want to do it more because it works. And the more you do the job, I mean, you work on the tools and you work on yourself the way you're teaching it, the more you're creating and the more you want to do it. It's an endless, you know.
So the more you practice, the more
Exactly.
miracles and things you start to feel and see in your
Exactly.
life, then you become addicted in a good way to feeling good,
Yeah.
feeling happier. People love having you around. They go, your vibration is different. You feel
Mhm.
different. So people invite you more, and you get more of what you desire, and therefore you keep doing it, right?
Exactly. Well, you know, you realize, for example, you can quit smoking easily. You know, I did. I quit smoking
Woohoo! That's
easily just
great.
like that. You realize that, for example, oh, you know, this guy invites you for a drink, and you're like, it's not for me, you know. So you're like, well, before I would have done that.
Yeah.
But
And you would have spent a lot of wasted some time, and you might have, you
exactly,
know, had some other complications.
exactly,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. And
Well, you
it's
know,
never,
and you're more, yes, you're more clear about. Um, I think it just brings you fun in life also, and just appreciating. I notice that I appreciate also smaller things, having more gratitude, how everything is more precious,
mhm.
you know. And I think being like that helps you to create bigger things
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
you know.
So when you can appreciate the small miracles that maybe aren't significant in a big, if you're measuring them, but they all add up, right? And so that energy that we talked about, that frequency that we're emitting, just
Mm-hmm.
sends out into the world to a bigger and more of your heart's desires. It's become you
Exactly.
become a bigger magnet. Yeah.
Exactly.
So
You
what
become
would
a
you
magnet
say,
because
what would you say to other people that have been practicing maybe and are frustrated with not seeing miracles fast enough, or they feel like they're not coming to them, that you're special? Are you special in being able to create miracles?
no, and I don't think I'm special. I think, sometimes it takes time also for certain things to happen. It's certain things can happen fast, and others it takes time. It takes time, I guess, for you maybe to be ready for it,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe for, I don't know, to work on certain aspects. Maybe sometimes it's more profound, but it happens. It doesn't mean it won't happen, but it's a process. It's what I have noticed
Mm-hmm.
for certain, I would say, things I wanted to happen. Well, it's a process. You cannot be, let's say, a big sales manager just from one day to the other.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it can take a year or 2 months, or I don't know, for certain miracles.
Well, when we just look at your path, you went to Paris, you had two suitcases, you didn't even have a job or money
Mhm.
really for an apartment. So then you got the director at the Annick Hotel, and
Mhm.
then it led from one thing to another, to another, to another. And here you
Exactly.
are today for this
Exactly.
marketing director for an international company, and rebranding there and
Mhm.
reformulating an incredible line of
Yes.
cosmetics and natural, products. So it is a great example, because we can look back. But when you started with me, you were focusing on the goals that you had at the time, and then that
Exactly.
just expanded like a mushroom.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I
But
appreciate that, because people do get frustrated that it's not fast enough, because today we're in a drive-through society. They don't have the patience.
certain
So
aspects takes time. I mean, for me, it has taken me 17 years to have all that, but certain things happened fast. Like, when I was in Anigutal, well, suddenly somebody called me and said, okay, do you want to publish a book with the biggest publishing
yeah.
company? And I didn't expect that. And I'm like, oh, okay,
So
well,
that wasn't even on your list of things to do. They called
that is
you,
not on
right?
my list, but I took it.
Yeah, why
And
not?
yeah, but yes, patience and consistency, and keep practicing.
Yeah, I was thrilled for you when you told
Things
me
happen.
that you were invited to be in a publication every month, an international
Yes.
publication. That
Mhm.
wasn't on your list either. I
No.
think I think I think you were redoing your resume. We did some clearing work, and you were sitting
Yes.
down, you couldn't get to your resume. Tell us about that. You were frustrated, and
Oh
the
my God.
words weren't flowing, and you couldn't remember things.
I know. I was stuck, and in a funny way, because I couldn't find the right words. I couldn't put the piece together, and I was just like frustrated because I need my resume fast. And anyway, and I remember we did a clearing, and we worked with energy, and you helped me, to clear the space. And it's pretty funny because, in fact, I think it just like it happened overnight.
It was
I
very
think I,
quick.
I did. I think I did it in 2 hours, and suddenly everything becomes so clear. But I knew what word to use, how to place things, to put things together. Suddenly, it became so evident, so obvious. So, but I did it.
And
So,
then that wasn't the end of the story, because you sent it out to a few colleagues and to review or to look at, and they go, "Oh my God,
yeah.
we want to invite you to this publication." Then you were invited to a conference to speak, and then there was something else as a result. And
Yes.
those were
Yes.
not things that were listed, that you wanted
Yes,
to.
exactly. And my last, oh, I did. And my last, thing that happened like yesterday. I'm invited this coming Friday for the worldwide meeting of perfumers from Grasse
Wow,
this Friday.
that's powerful.
And
I
I'm like, I received your invitation. I'm like,
Oh
Well,
gosh, we have so much fun with all these miracles coming. They just never end, right? It's just we're on this perpetual loop. So some people are on
exactly.
this loop here, this hamster wheel that's gray and dull and
Mhm.
predictable. And we're on
Yeah.
the other side. We're creating abundance and surprises and joy and
Yes. Yes.
excitement. So,
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, what do you want? Do you want to have
But
this Groundhog Day? Do you want this exciting, dynamic, bubbly life?
yes.
So I
Totally
guess
agree.
it's their choice.
Yes.
That's why
Yes.
I don't work with everybody, because I think a lot of people just really want to stay stuck, and that's okay. I mean, I'm okay
Because
with that.
it's their comfort zone.
Yeah, it's like an old pair of slippers. Why would you
Yeah.
put your feet in a stiletto that pointed and stylish when you could wear your comfy slippers, right?
Yes.
That's kind of a
Exactly.
girly example, but we want to have fun. And honestly, the work I do, and I'm sure it's the same for you now, I don't want to
Mhm.
do it if it isn't fun.
Exactly. 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 And to work with good people and just, yes, to have fun. And I think that's something to add on the magic wand is have fun.
So
It's
whoever's watching right now, I'm going to sprinkle the fun out there and
exactly.
stir the pot, because that just makes everything so much brighter and lighter. And that's our frequency when we're creating in a playful zone and we're
Mm-hmm.
expecting miracles like little kids. Yeah, we as we speak, as we're creating, and our
Yeah.
feelings, that vibration that's I'm sending from San Diego to Provence, and you're sending back to me. We've got this link going around, and it's filled with
Exactly.
joy and abundance and
Mm-hmm.
miracles.
And fun.
Fun, fun,
Fun.
fun. And I am incredibly grateful for you sharing with me and all your joyful moments, your experiences from where you started and where you are today. It's truly phenomenal. You did it
Oh,
all,
thank you.
Francoise, and
Thank you.
I'm
Well,
thrilled.
you've been a big part of it also, Amira. A
Okay,
big
well,
part of it, believe me.
thank you, thank you, thank you for
Thank you,
sharing
thank you,
that
thank you, thank
story.
you to
And
you
you're
too.
welcome back anytime. Let's create
Oh,
miracles.
oh yes. I think anybody, who wants to make change, in their life, I think they should, take your classes. I notice, anyway, how it brought me, big changes. And I think they should, pursue, not only taking your class, but I think they should also pursue taking your classes and taking your meditation and being consistent. So I highly recommend, definitely your classes to my friends
Oh, well, thanks.
here in the US as well.
Or, yeah, you've got
All
friends
over.
around the world now, don't you? So
Exactly,
thank you
exactly.
so much. I really appreciate that.
Welcome,
And
Amira.
I'm committed to working with people who, like you, are committed to themselves. So that speaks volumes. Thanks again, sweetie. I'll look forward to talking to you soon and hearing about more of your miracles.
My pleasure.
Okay, sweetie.
Bye bye.
Talk to you soon.
Talk to you
Bye-bye.
soon.